Imagine a world where Earth's future has already been written, decimated by pollution, depletion of resources, and endless wars. Now, picture humanity looking beyond the stars, to a distant moon, Pandora, where life thrives and hope for survival still exists. But Pandora isn't just a place of dew, it's a battleground for survival, a world where nature's fierce balance is at risk. This is where the story of Avatar begins. Jake Sully, a disabled ex-Marine, is thrust into a mission on this alien moon, offered a second chance to walk again in the body of an avatar. At first, Jake's mission is clear: infiltrate the indigenous Na'vi, learn about their ways, and persuade them to leave their land for resource extraction. However, what begins as a military operation soon becomes an emotional and moral battle, one that will force Jake to choose between two worlds and the fate of an entire planet. Jake's journey starts with his introduction to the Avatar program, where humans can remotely control avatars, genetically engineered Na'vi bodies. For Jake, the program is a fresh opportunity, one that allows him to leave his wheelchair behind and walk again, but his purpose goes beyond just exploration. He's tasked with gathering intelligence on the Na'vi to aid in the exploitation of Pandora's precious resources. At first, the mission feels like a job or means to an end, but as Jake immerses himself in the world of Pandora, everything changes. Pandora's vibrant, otherworldly beauty and interconnected ecosystem captivate Jake. The lush forests, towering trees, and floating mountains present an environment like nothing he's ever seen. But Jake's connection to Pandora isn't just superficial. It is through the eyes of Neytiri, a fierce Na'vi princess, that he begins to understand the deeper connections between the land and its people. Neytiri teaches Jake about the sacred balance between the Na'vi and their environment, a bond formed by their ability to connect with all living things through a spiritual connection called Sehelu. In this moment, Jake's perspective shifts, and he begins to understand that Pandora is not just a resource-rich planet to be exploited, but a living, breathing entity that demands respect. Neytiri's relationship with Jake evolves from skepticism to trust, and soon, she becomes his guide into the heart of Na'vi culture. As they venture deeper into the forests and interact with the animals, Jake is exposed to the true beauty of Pandora, a beauty that is threatened by the corporate greed of the RDA. The RDA's relentless pursuit of unobtainium, a precious mineral found beneath the roots of the sacred Homer tree, is the catalyst for conflict. In their quest for wealth, the RDA disregards the lives of the Na'vi, viewing them as nothing more than obstacles. As Jake's understanding of Pandora deepens, so does his internal conflict. He begins to bond with the Na'vi people, particularly Neytiri, and his sense of loyalty starts to shift. He is no longer just a soldier following orders, he is a protector of this world. His growing love for Neytiri and his respect for the Na'vi culture lead him to make a decision that will forever change his fate. When the RDA attacks Homer Tree, the sacred heart of the Amatakai clan, Jake realizes that he cannot stand by and let this happen. His decision to stand with the Na'vi signals his full transformation, both as a man and as an avatar. Jake's role as a leader becomes central to the narrative, as he takes on the mantle of Doruk Maekto, the legendary rider of the mighty Toruk, the giant flying creature that the Na'vi believe is a symbol of unity. Jake's ability to tame the beast and rally the clans is a turning point, and it represents his commitment to the Na'vi cause. His transformation from outsider to hero is not only physical, but spiritual, a reflection of his growing connection to the land and the people he once viewed as enemies. The final battle sees Jake and Neytiri leading the Na'vi in a desperate fight against the RDA's overwhelming military forces. The destruction of Homer Tree serves as the emotional climax of the story, but it is the resolve of the Na'vi, united under Jake's leadership, that ultimately prevails. The Na'vi call upon the forces of Pandora, wild creatures, nature, and even Iwa, the planet's spiritual force, here to join them in their fight against the invaders. This moment underscores the theme of interconnectedness that runs throughout the film. The battle is not just for survival, it is for the preservation of a way of life, a way of living in harmony with nature. Jake's victory is bittersweet. The RDA is driven from Pandora, but the price of that victory is immense. In the end, Jake chooses to remain in his avatar body, fully embracing his new identity and his commitment to Pandora. His decision to stay symbolizes his transformation and the ultimate rejection of the destructive forces that threaten both the Na'vi and their planet. The final scene shows Jake standing with Neytiri, surrounded by the beauty of Pandora. His eyes are no longer those of an outsider, they are the eyes of a Na'vi. The story ends with the promise of a new beginning, a beginning where the bond between Jake and Pandora is unbreakable, and where the Na'vi are no longer just a symbol of resistance, but a symbol of hope. The story of Avatar is more than just a tale of human conquest and environmental destruction. It is a profound meditation on the relationship between humanity and nature, on the ways we exploit and disrespect the planet that sustains us, and on the possibility of redemption through connection and understanding. Jake's journey mirrors our own, as we too must choose between our destructive tendencies and the chance to live in harmony with the world around us. It is a story that asks us to reconsider our role on this planet and, like Jake, to choose a path that leads not to exploitation, but to preservation. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Avatar and want more movie explanations, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible insights. Don't forget to ring the bell to stay updated on our latest content.